Mojang is at it again, adding new features to Minecraft. Last week we had the warm and cold pigs, warm and cold cows, and now we have the warm and cold chickens, along with a couple of new plants for the hot and cold biomes. All these features are part of the new spring drop that's releasing for Minecraft Bedrock and Java probably in the next couple of months. So if you go to a savanna, badlands, mesa, or a jungle biome, you have a chance of finding these new warm chickens, which look really good. I love these guys. They're so stripy. So these are going to act just like regular chickens in all the ways that you expect, but they drop brown eggs instead of the normal white eggs that we're all used to. And of course, if you throw these things like this, then you can get numerous warm chickens. So there you go. We'd love to see it. Now, of course, seeds also work to grow these guys up or breed them or all the normal mechanics that you would expect. And if you decide to kill one of them in a very cruel way, then you still get chicken and regular feathers, of course. So yes, it's just another reskin of a mob, but this is adding a lot more ambience and new features to Minecraft, and it's just kind of flushing out these biomes. As you can see, they look really nice with the other two animals that we can now have in the savanna and the mesa biomes. And guys, remember like years and years ago when Minecraft promised us like a desert and a mesa update? Well, they've finally sort of delivered. So we have a couple of new plants in these biomes that you can probably spot right here. We have new cactus flowers, which we've been waiting for absolutely forever. And these things look really nice, actually. Now, they only go on the top of the block, as you can see there. They don't grow on the side of the cactus, but you can harvest these things and actually place them anywhere you want in the world. And yes, they do actually go on any block. As you see, you can put them on wool blocks even. So unlike traditional flowers or really other types of foliage like this, it's really adaptable to whatever kind of build you want to do. So you're probably wondering how you harvest these things. Well, the fun fact is you can just punch them by hand. No need for shears or silk touch tools or anything like that. Now, of course, you can also harvest these with a piston as well. So it's going to be kind of interesting to figure out how to harvest these without them just getting destroyed on the cactus. Of course, if you just break the cactus itself, then you'll also get the item. Also, this gets crafted down into pink dyes. So that's exactly probably what you expected. Now, you cannot bone meal the cactus in order to actually get these flowers, and we'll come back to these in a minute. I think the flowers just kind of grow on top of these. As you can see, they can grow at a one tall layer, so I'm not sure how this is going to affect cactus farms. This might be kind of a problem. But ignoring problems, we got other new features. As you can see, we have this tall dry grass right here, and we also have the short dry grass. So of course this is like regular grass from regular biomes, but it is all sandy and dusty and kind of dead. So you can find this stuff in deserts, you can find it in the mesa biomes as well, and I think you can even find it in the orange sand deserts, because that's like what this is right here. Honestly, this is a really good block. I think this is going to have a lot of uses for a ton of builds, actually. Not just like, you know, what do you call it, Western and stuff like that. Now, the interesting thing about this is you can actually bone meal these to not only grow them up, but also to spread them in the cardinal directions, kind of like the bush blocks from the previous snapshots and betas. So really easy to farm this stuff. Now, you cannot punch these by hand to get them like the bush blocks. You have to use some shears or some silk touch tools in order to get them, but that's not really a problem. However, it is a bit of an inconsistency when you compare that to the bush blocks. So maybe they'll fix that. Maybe there'll be some tweaks. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And let's take a look at the cold chickens. These guys look very majestic. Look at their little like feathers on top of their heads there. Look at it, so good. And of course, we have the baby variants as well, looking very nice indeed. So these guys will actually lay some blue eggs, which are kind of unique and kind of weird looking. Not sure if I would really bake a cake with that. But of course, these act just like the regular eggs, so you throw them, you get a whole bunch of chickens. All the same mechanics as your regular chickens that you would expect. Also, by the way, if you breed up like one of the new chickens with an old chicken, the kid is going to have a 50-50 chance of being one of the parents. So that time it was a regular chicken, but sometimes it would be, you know, one of the new chickens. That's just how these mechanics work. So if we compare the new cold chicken to the cold cow and the cold pig, these guys are looking pretty nice over here. The chicken is is, of course, the darkest of the three, and it also lays blue eggs, so you know what? It's just special. So that is 3 new animals for this biome, which is the old-growth pine taiga biome, but we don't have any new foliage for this biome. Of course, there is the sweet berries and, like, the ferns and things, and you know what? I don't know if there's actually sweet berries here. I haven't seen any, but there is already quite a few foliage things here, so maybe we don't need one, but it seems weird that the other biomes all got the new animals and new foliage as well. So these cold chickens are going to spawn in the snowy taiga, the windswept hills, the old growth pine taiga, which is this biome right here, and the old growth spruce taiga, which looks basically identical unless you know the difference. So here's a closer look at both of the textures of these chickens. The darker cold one actually has a nice little tail on it that the regular one doesn't. Hi, nice, thanks of you to join us. So yeah, these guys are looking really good actually. You know what? I'm a fan of these new textures all around. I would like to point out that all of their feet are connected, so technically they have 2 legs but 1 foot, and now you will never unsee that. That's just part of your Minecraft experience right there. And let's see if Mojang just absolutely nuked like 15 years of cactus farming tech. As you can see, we have the standard kind of cactus farm setup here, just like a block at the second layer. Typically, you'd use like a wall or glass pane or really anything at all, and that would break the cactus when it grows. Now, of course, this will have some loss, but we're gonna see if the new cactus flower grows right here and completely breaks the farm, because as you can see, this can be next to another block, so we'll see what happens. So we're gonna put the random tick speed to 100 real quick, and absolutely no cactus is growing. How about random tick speed 1,000? Okay, it appears that our cactus farms are still working. As you can see here, we are not getting any cactus flowers. So the question is, how do you get these cactus flowers at a farm? Okay, maybe Mojang made it so that if you're trying to farm these, they have to be at least a 2 or 3 tall cactus. Oh, no, they did a smart actually. Okay. Mojang has specifically coded this to not actually break our cactus farms. So if there's a block next to this layer right here, it's not actually going to grow a flower, it's just going to grow another cactus. That way it farms itself. However, if you go ahead and remove that block, then you actually have the ability to get a flower right there, as you just saw. So that's really cool. And of course, if you just let it grow up to a layer 3, then it should have the chance of getting a flower, as you can see there. So that is interesting indeed. We'll probably want to use layer 3s just so we don't get the cactus item itself, and then we can like harvest this with a piston or something. So consideration was taken into account for farming with this feature, and they actually made it in such a specific way that it doesn't break existing farms but allows for new ones. That is fantastic. We love you, Mojang. Thank you. This has been a 2-minute deep dive on cacti, which you probably did not expect in the year 2025. Although it does appear that if the cactus would grow up and break at all, then it's not going to grow a flower. So if you have a piston right here, they're actually not going to grow any flowers at all. So we're going to have to think of some clever ways of harvesting these things, maybe with flying machines, to see all what happens. Because, of course, if you have pistons right there, they don't grow. Also, it appears that the grow rate is just really low for these flowers, too. This is on random tick speed 1,000, and, like, none of these ones out here have grown flowers. And I'm not just being stupid, you can't bone meal these things. Although you might be able to bone meal them on Bedrock Edition, because Bedrock is just superior when it comes to the very specific niche feature of bone mealing flowers to get more flowers from them. Hey, so great update for all the builders around here as well. Leaf litter used to previously only go on the dirt-related blocks, but now it can go on any block in the game. And you think I'm joking when I say it can go on any block in the game? Well, let me show you. Leaf litter on dragon eggs, anvils, rods, you know, fences and bars and panes and regular glass and even sand. Look at that. That's crazy right there. We get it on magma blocks. It doesn't go on like slabs or path blocks or anything that doesn't have a flat surface to support it, which somehow still includes the dragon egg. But hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm here to give you the Minecraft news. And judge just a little bit. Also, if you guys remember the Minecraft experience that was in Texas, well, that one is over now, and a new one is opening up in Corner, Canada Water, London, which, yes, is actually in London, like in Europe, not in Canada. But anyway, it opens up on February 14th. We don't know if it's gonna have the same cape or not, but it's still the villager rescue experience, so I imagine it will. So for everyone over in Europe who didn't get a chance to attend the Texas one for obvious reasons, chickens, now is your chance. Now, we don't have any word on if the event itself has been improved. If you saw my original video on this, then you'll know it's a little bit janky, and telling by some of the final reviews by people who went to the Texas one, it never really got better. If you like this video and want to see more Minecraft news, then make sure to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.